Social insects are really interesting because there's groups of huge numbers of limited insects, right, which have amazing collective behavior. So any single insect is limited in what it knows and what it can do, but together the whole colony winds up being able to achieve amazing things. And we're trying to understand more about how it is that the insects do that and how to build systems that have the same kinds of advantages. So normally when you think about robots, you think about a robot that's an artificial person. It's designed to look like a person, it should be very flexible and very capable like a person. But in swarm robotics, we're trying to design systems that are modeled more after something like an ant colony, where you have a large number of much more limited robots. Each one is not going to be able to do very much on its own. Each one is going to be limited in what it knows. But together, they wind up being able to do very powerful and very flexible things. One of the things that we do with the robots is we don't have them planning ahead. Rather than seeing something that needs doing and saying, okay, I'm going to go away and get some material and bring it back and do this job, there's so many other robots working at the same time. By the time the first robot got back there, everything has probably changed. And the thing that it planned on doing may be completely out of date. So instead, they're really reacting to what they do. They encounter something that needs doing, and they're making their decisions based on what they see right at that moment. So we have this system that we call the Termes system. It's inspired by termites, and it's a system of robots that use these specialized building blocks to build things that you ask them for. The termites inspire us with their building. So there's colonies of mound-building termites where millions of insects wind up building these enormous, complicated structures with really complex functional architecture. And that's very different from the way... Sure, let's talk about something else.
Oh, many, many. That's a great question. There are many things about the bees that I admire. Um, in in principle, what I admire the most is the way they cooperate. They work together. They don't bicker. There's not conflict, and that's because they're all members of one colony, and they're all sink or swim together as a colony. So, in general, that's what I think I admire the most about the bees. But the other, more specifically, what I admire about the bees is their ability to